Hey y'all, this is Eric here with another video. Got to figure out how to stabilize this camera. So I just wanted to jump on here real quick after I was watching the local news. That breaking news came through, but they didn't go to it really because it was just a picture of the White House. That the White House has announced that the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, known as SNAP, will be partially funded during the government shutdown. This comes after the deadline given by the two federal judges who deemed the food aid program has to continue during the shutdown. The precedent is that this is the first shutdown where SNAP benefits were suspended. Before this shutdown, there were 10 shutdowns in the past, and SNAP was not suspended any of those government shutdowns. So they had a deadline today as of noon, and so the announcement was done right around 12:15, I want to say. But again, they're saying that they're going to partially fund the SNAP benefits for the month of November. Now, the Trump administration will tap in the SNAP contingency funds to issue reduced benefits for November. The reason it's partially is because 42 million Americans are connected to SNAP, and per month it's about an estimated $8 to $9 billion per month. The contingency funds only has $6.5 billion, so that's why it's going to be partial. The thing that we don't know is the amount of the beneficiaries will receive them, and will appear on their EBT cards, but we don't know. They haven't said what the percentage is. On the average, most people get $177. Some people get more than that, some people get less than that, but on the average, $177. For the month. The logistical challenges, the process of calculating and distributing partial payments is complex, and many states are using their own funds to help and will not be reimbursed by the federal government. And just like I said, the contingency fund, it's only about, this says only about $5 billion, but last week in the news and some online reports said that the fund had $6.5 billion. The administration had previously stated that the November benefits would not be paid out, prompting states to scramble and leading to lawsuits. And my state, North Carolina, the Attorney General, Jeff Jackson, he joined 25 other states to sue Trump and the White House and the administration about suspending SNAP. No Republican led state was doing that. So thank the Democrats for doing this. So that is going to happen. Now, granted, we don't know when the SNAP benefits will be sent out, but they have to go out now, and we don't know how much everybody's going. Here's an idea. States have contingency funds. So when someone, let's say that I get $170, and the federal government says Eric will get, right now, for the month of November, Eric will get $100. That's partial. Then the state should say, okay, we want to make sure that our citizens and our beneficiaries will be able to get their food like they did last month. So Eric from the state of North Carolina is going to get the $70. That way, Eric will get his full benefit of $170. You get what I'm saying? Partial funding on your card from the federal government, and depending on where you live in your state, hopefully the state will say, yeah, we can do this. We can do this. Particularly in the state of North Carolina, we still have people in the western North Carolina and the eastern North Carolina, because of natural disasters, that are still not back where they should have been before the disasters. And some of them are on SNAP because they lost their jobs. Some of them were small businesses and they lost their businesses and are trying to get it back. And they should be able to get their full benefits. So there should be a partnership between the state and the federal government. Not every state probably will be able to do that, but the states that are able to do it, they should go ahead and do it. So if someone is supposed to get $200 and the federal government says we'll give them $100, then the state should look to see if they can get that other $100 back. That it's about your people. It's about your people. You'll be able to you can find money for whatever. The governments can find money when they want to. They can. But something will have to be set aside to get food to people, because the food banks get their shelves are done by donations. Now, there are some fundraisers going up to get money to the food banks so that they can get food and all that. But remember, it's not just the SNAP benefits who are going to the food banks. No, we're talking about federal workers who are not getting paid, who are either furloughed or they have to go to work without a paycheck, like the TSA people, the FAA people. They have to eat, and they have to eat when they're at work. They have to eat. They have to use their food, the money that they have. Hopefully, they have some type of savings or something. But of course, a lot of people don't have savings, and people are going to be using their credit cards, and that's going to be a bill the next month, and they have to make sure they can pay that bill. And so maybe some of them are going to go to the food banks, but if they have to work, maybe they can't get to the food banks. And so this is a trifecta. It is. It is a shit show. It is. It is a shit show. And from my perspective, I'm laying the blame under Trump, and I'm laying the blame under the Republicans and some of the Democrats, because some of the people who've been interviewed, I agree with them. There are too many Democrats who are passive. There are too many of them that are passive. And I appreciate the chest thumping. I do. But I need to see action. Because this can't continue. Today is the 34th day of this shutdown. If they don't open the government today, tomorrow will be the 35th day, and this shutdown will be tied to the current longest government shutdown. And guess what? That was done during Trump's first administration. And then if the government is not open on Election Day, tomorrow, November the 4th, that will be the 35th day. Then Wednesday, November the 5th, that's the 36th day. That will break the tie. And again, Trump, under his administration, will have, again, the longest shutdown in history. Again. I'm going to set that right there so you can marinate on that. And again, yeah, I'm putting this on all the Republicans. I am. Particularly the MAGA people. They're the ones who are doing this. Some of the other MAGA, some of the other Republicans, some of them, they get it. They do. They get it. So I'll give them a little grace because they don't have enough power to go against their own people. On the Democratic side, the same thing. The same thing. You know, I used to be a centrist, that everybody could come to the table, but there would be a consensus or a majority. But I've told people before, as far as the table, the round table, MAGA people, you're not invited to that table. You're not. You're not. Because you're screwing up people's lives and you don't care. You don't care. But right now, just want to put this out that SNAP benefits for November are coming. We just don't know when and the amount. But hopefully, since it's going to be a partial funding on your EBT card, hopefully your state legislature will find some money to get the rest of it into your EBT card. They may not. They may not. Fingers crossed that they get it. Fingers crossed that they get it. But hopefully. But this is good news. This is you have to take the win when you can find it. You have to. So this is good news. All right. Take care. Enjoy your Monday, and I will see you on the next video.